Good morning to anybody who's able to come on and watch me this morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is where you are. I have just decided, I hope that some of you can hop on. I know it's inconvenient, it's the middle of the morning. Plenty of you are probably at work, and I apologize for not giving a heads up. I was not going to do this, and then I just kept feeling pulled and called to do this and to be here. Hi, Rosemary. Hi, Mary. So I was feeling called and pulled. Hi, Gina. Hi, Carla. You guys are so sweet. Hi, good morning. I was feeling called and pulled to come and do a video today. It's not about the Royals. It's not about Brad Pitt and whoever. It's nothing like that. It's about the collective. It's for you guys who are healers and light bearers and light bringers who are probably feeling some extra pressure and extra stress right now. You may know why, you may not know why. For me, it feels a lot like this is our time. The thing that we have been working towards, training towards, if you want to use the word training, I kind of like that word, it's a good visual, is here. We are in an unprecedented time now, in not American history, but world history. And a lot of people are on edge right now. People are scared, they're anxious, they're lonely. We're not hearing about people who are suffering from mental illness issues and unable to get treatment possibly, unable to get their medicines, unable to have that human contact. I got chills down this side of my body when I said unable to get that human contact. For a lot of people, keeps them alive. And I'm not saying that to be dramatic. I think it's absolutely true. So I think that a lot of us are being called to hold up humanity. And that's a phrase that I got in meditation the other day. I have been meditating every morning and every evening. And if you've seen the X-Men movies, you'll understand this. There's a I wish I knew the name of it, where Professor X goes into Cerebro, is that right? Where he connects and then he can see in the world, he can see where all of the mutants are in the world, right? Because they light up on his Cerebro thing. I had a meditation and I got that same sort of visual. And instead of, mutants, which is a complimentary term, I'm not saying it derogatory, it's complimentary in that movie as well. It means that you're gifted. It means that you have this extra thing, okay? So this is what I was picturing in my meditation. All these light workers, all these people who were also sitting on their floors, sitting on their beds, sitting where they could in silence and quiet and peace and calm and sending love and sending peace. And for me in my meditation, it felt very much like I was able to connect like a phone tree almost to these other beings of light. They were just little particles of light, but I could see cords between all of us, between all of them, like connected. This is very important. So if you're one of these people, this won't be for everybody, but if you're one of these people, or if you want to be one of these people, everybody has gifts. And everybody can meditate and everybody can send love and compassion. So if you haven't been doing this, please join us in doing this. But I feel like there is a network forming now of people who are trying to be the light, who, guys, we've been reading books on this for 20 years. Now it's time to put it into use, right? It's time to be practical with it. So in my meditation, I saw, at first I did my immediate family members. I pictured my children individually and I covered them in white light of protection, and then I moved out from there and tried to think of just all the people that I love and all the people that I know and covering them in protection. And then for some of them, this was really cool because I don't feel like it was my visual. I don't think it was me doing it. For some of them, say for example, I covered my dad in protective white light. His white light actually in my visual started to like chink down. It turned into kind of like a suit of armor. And I thought that was really awesome. And I don't know the significance of that because it didn't happen for each person that I protected, but for certain ones, like my dad, it turned into a suit of armor of protection for him. So, and then the other thing is once you're done, you know, doing that for the people that you love and protecting them with light, think about sending love out to the collective. You can do the Ho'oponopono prayer if you like. That's really good, high vibration energy. Or you can just, you know, focus on love. Say, I send out love. I send out compassion. There are two ways we could go with this, and one is fear and one is love, okay? So fear is low vibe and love is high vibe. And I just feel like we're really being called right now. We have an opportunity to make this okay. Does that make sense? I feel like we're at a turning point, a crossroads, and right now humanity as a whole, but especially those of us who work with light, if you know what I'm talking about, it's not that we're being tested, it's that we're being given a choice. So the choices are: be afraid, fend for yourself, trample your neighbor, or be kind, respond with love, take care of your neighbor. So a lot of what we've been seeing on the media, anyway, I won't say a lot of people because I happen to think that human beings are inherently good. I think most people are good. And I think most people are responding well to this in the way that they know how. But in the media, they're showing only things that would terrify us because I think they want people to be afraid because scared people are easier to control. And I know that that sounds like conspiracy theorist talk, but I am a little bit of a conspiracy theorist when it comes to things like this. I don't think it's just about a virus. I don't think we know really what is going on or what is being hidden or what's happening behind the scenes. We have no idea. So anyway, I wanted to get on today and talk to those of you who are already meditating or interested in meditating, or you know that you're a healer, or you know that you're a light worker, and just talk to you about connecting and building this network, because also in a meditation with that same kind of visual of us all being able to connect to each other. So my light connects to your light, and then your light connects to another light, and we sort of form this, it looks like kind of like a fishnet, but like a glowing fishnet over the world. And I imagined us holding up humanity. So we're going to hold up the ones who are sick, and we're going to hold up the ones who are scared. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. It's such a big deal. And it's such an opportunity. Like I'm actually excited. Like this is our time to show what we can do and to love in like a Care Bear stare kind of way. Sorry, I have a cold, but it's not the virus. But we have an opportunity to love people in a way that some of them have never been loved before, and to keep them hopeful, and to show them that they're courageous. For some people, especially the younger ones, this is the scariest thing they've ever seen. They weren't here for 9/11. They weren't here for any major wars. Some of them have never lost parents or grandparents. They've literally never had a tough thing like this happen in their lives. And yeah, it's easier to make fun of them for that. I've seen a lot of content online making fun of the younger ones because of their reaction to this, but they don't know what to do. And they're young, and you're dumb when you're that age, and I mean that in a loving way. We are here to help them. We need to help them, okay? So, who's in? I hope that you're all in. I'm working on a meditation. I've had this cough for a couple days, and so I haven't been able to successfully record it and get all the way through, but I'm working on a meditation today for us to bring light and to radiate light. I have heard of a worldwide meditation that's happening on April 4th. I am not organizing that, but it's all over Facebook if you want to join that. April 4th is the date that we're all going to sort of get together and connect at a specific time. We're going to be meditating. We're going to be sending out light. I'm expecting to actually see tangible results from that. I would not be surprised if you feel physically some kind of pulse or vibration, or see something that happens at that time, or see your animals or your pets acting funny. That was another thing I wanted to say. They do seem to know that something is happening right now, just from what I've seen other people's pets that are in tune or in touch. Small children are saying strange things right now. So something's definitely happening with the planet. Something is happening, I think, kind of nefarious with the government, the world governments, the World Bank, some of the people that are involved. It does make me wonder, but that's not a path that I want to go down mentally, because I want to focus on taking care of the people that need us to take care of them. So with that, if you want to give suggestions, if you are more eloquent than I am, which I'm sure plenty of you are, Please let's figure out a way for us as a community. You guys are wonderful people. I have spoken to many of you personally. We've emailed personally, still emailing personally. Thank you for those of you who are checking on me. I wish that I could check on all of you as well. I just want us, whoever wants to figure out a way to respond positively. I need you guys to know, and I talk about this, I talked about it in the last live. In my other job that I do, I work with people who have anxiety, because I used to have such bad anxiety that I could not sit down. I went through a really tough time a few years ago to where, I mean, I thought I was going to die. And there are people right now who are feeling that, who are considering that, and we have to help them. So that is all I came here to say, is that if you are a warrior of light, if you're a light leader, what I got in another meditation, I forgot to tell you this, and I'm having dreams and I'm waking up in the middle of the night, and if I'm getting woken up in the middle of the night, I'm using that as a time to meditate, because I feel like I'm being pulled out of sleep. It's that important, okay? But in one of my meditations, that was something that I got too, is this is like the rise of the light leaders. I kept getting the term light leaders. You are being called to lead. If you're a Pisces, or if you have Pisces anywhere in your chart and you watch any other reader besides me, you have been hearing this in your readings for months now, and you probably didn't know what they were talking about. They kept saying, this is your time. It's your time to lead. I'm getting leadership. I'm getting, you're going to be in charge of a group of people. This is that thing. This is that thing for the last couple months. If you have Pisces or Pisces ascendant or Pisces moon or Pisces Venus, and you have been hearing these readings and not knowing what they're talking about when they're calling you a leader of something, this is that thing, okay? Because Pisces are the most evolved in the zodiac. A lot of light leaders and light bringers and healers are Pisces. So this is our time to connect, and I think we can respond in a really wonderful way. I think that it's possible for us to respond and react and act from a place of love and compassion and peace. Most of all, peace and calm. And we can model that for other people, and we can model that in our own homes for our children, and let them know that this is okay. This is an opportunity to grow. This is a really cool thing that we're all doing together, right? And we want to really protect the people who mentally are struggling with this. There are a lot of people mentally, especially, who are struggling with this, with the isolation, with the fear of the unknown. So I'm going to go through and read you guys' comments, but I'm so happy that you hopped on with me today. I'd love to know what you think about it. And if you want me to pull some cards, I will, because I'm here. But that was what I wanted to really get on and talk about with you guys this morning. I feel such a responsibility for the others. I feel like I was brought through a horrible thing, and I have come to this incredible place, and now it's my turn to bring somebody else through what feels to them like a really horrible thing. I had somebody on my Facebook mention yesterday that we really have no idea how many people are committing suicide or considering committing suicide because of what's happening right now, because of the economy failing, because they're going to lose things simply because they can't leave their house. For a lot of people, that claustrophobia, that kind of thing is very, very, very real, and it's terrifying. We've got to check on them. We've got to hold them up, right? In meditation, we've got to do whatever we have to do. So if you believe in fasting, whatever suggestions you have for me, for us, leave them down below. We are going to try our best to coordinate and to organize and to do this together, and I don't even have any idea how to do that. I just feel like we need to do that. So I'm gonna hush, and I'll read some of you guys' comments. I'm sending you guys love all the time. You guys are the ones that I've been sending light to as well. So know that from my end, you're getting love, you're being protected. I'm trying to cover you in white light every time I think of you. So if you have questions, I do, I've seen some videos. I really don't want to get into the conspiracy theory stuff because I don't know enough about it to talk about it. But it's clear that it's not about a virus. And in America, land of the free, it's difficult for me. I've always been super, super patriotic. I wanted to be in the Army when I was a young girl. Desert Storm happened when I was a kid, and they had like Desert Storm playing cards and cards that you, like baseball cards that you could collect like at the store, and I had a whole notebook full of them, and I loved General Schwarzkopf and President Bush. Like I was really into it, I've always been like super proud of my country and proud of where I'm from, as most people are, no matter where they live. But this is, in America, a frightening time because we have people clamoring to give up their rights because they believe that the government is going to protect them from this thing. And that for me is super terrifying. I don't think they know what they're saying. They're acting from a place of fear. And I think that's the idea behind keeping us all afraid, is so that we will ask government to please protect us. But they are not here to protect us. We need to be protecting ourselves. I am more a believer in the rights of the community and the city and the state. I believe that we know what we're doing on a local level. And I believe in having the right to assemble. And I believe in, not having things like vaccines mandated. And I believe that there are agendas behind this. So that part for me is tough, and I'm trying to stay out of that as much as I possibly can. But I do mention it because I think that people are so terrified of getting sick and dying. And I think that for most of us, you're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Okay? I love you guys so much. I'm going to pull some oracle cards and just see if we can get any messages just for us, for the collective, for the light leaders, for those of us on this reading right now. They don't shuffle super well, so I'll do what I can. Some energies. What are some messages? What do we need to know? What's some encouragement? Whatever for the collective. I'm just gonna trust you to tell us what we need to know right now. The Metal King. Discipline armor. Look at that. There's a guy in a suit of armor. Discipline, armor, and boundaries. So that's kind of what I'm talking about too. Boundaries. Keeping things separate. But I love that he's in a suit of armor because we are warriors. This is our time. This is our fight. And imagining people covered in divine white light that turns into a suit of armor. I think the reason that it happened like that for my dad in my meditation was because my father has a heart issue. He's a big guy. My dad is a big guy. He's a former Marine and a former professional bodybuilder. And he's super tall. He's super tall. I just laugh because other people are intimidated by him. He's a big dude. So he has some heart issues, and we are susceptible, or my grandfather passed from complications of pneumonia after having some serious lung issues for a couple of years, and my dad seems to have a susceptibility to the lung stuff as well. So it scares me for him to be around people that have it. The Wise Woman of Wonderland, integrity and compromise. So Wise Woman, I think, represents most of you out there. She's got a wand, and it's sparkling at the end. She's got a wand of light. I also believe that this card represents magical thinking. A phone call, guys. Thinking outside of the box and not believing everything that you're told, but also believing that you can change things, believing that you are powerful, believing that you are magical. If that makes sense. I'm going to pull one more. And we'll just see. The Hawk Prince. Oh, I love this card. This is one of my favorites in the deck. Spirit communication and paying attention. Well, that's it right there. The Hawk Prince. This is an energy. He's very, very connected to the ancestors. He's very, very connected to his spiritual practice. He has much reverence for the angels and the things unseen. And so this is an energy I think that we should all be, what is the word? Guys, I lose my words all the time. We should all have this energy right now of the Hawk Prince and the Wise Woman and the Metal King. I really love those. Super love those. Anyway, now that that's out there, I hope that you guys are all really well. If there's anything that I can do for you, or if there's someone I can check on for you. I know that some people, they have relatives across the country or in other countries and they don't know what to do. There's an Anxiety Warriors Facebook group if you want to join that. There's some of us there. I've been every day trying to suggest podcasts or books You can learn a language. Their museums are putting their whole catalog of art online, so you can show that to your kids and do like virtual tours. NASA is having astronauts read books from space, which is really cool. So I'm going to be providing on my social media outlets links to all of these great things that we can all be looking at or doing in order to keep the vibe up, and also to show others that this is an opportunity, right? We're going to come out of this. So let's say this is 2 weeks or this is 8 weeks. If you start a fitness routine right now or you start a new diet right now, you will already see results when this thing is over. Okay, if you start learning a language, you will be able to have some conversation by the time this thing is over, whatever it is. And there are lots of schools that are giving free lessons. There are colleges, that are giving free lectures. So if you're interested in anything like that, the guy that writes children's books, I forget, I'm not good with remembering anything, it seems like, but he wrote the book Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus. If you have kids, you know that book. He has been doing some things free online. There are free watercolor paintings. There's a studio that I follow on Instagram that's doing free contemporary, free ballet, free hip hop dance classes every day. There are things that you can do for not just for self-improvement and enrichment and expansion, because those things are very important, but just to keep your vibration up, just to feel like you still have a life, just to feel like you're still connected to all of these people. So please be encouraged in that. If you are someone who is feeling scared, I certainly am not talking down to you. It's a scary thing. It's a scary thing. And I just want you to feel like there are things that you can do. Keeping busy is a good thing. As far as I know, in the U.S., you're still allowed outside, so go outside as much as possible while you can right now. Connect with people while you can right now. Gather your loved ones close if that's an opportunity, if you have an opportunity to do that as well. My mom is coming. My dad lives really close, my brother's close, and we have a plan in place. If it gets really bad, we'll be all together. So that helps me personally. That's a comfort to me. Other things, botanical gardens are doing classes and tours online. There's a lot of cool things you could, they have on Amazon, they have kits you could buy for free. No, not free. Cheap aeroponics, so you could start a garden in your kitchen if you wanted. That's a big deal to me, is like being more self-sufficient, being able to hunt or fish or sew. My friends and I were talking yesterday about all the things we're going to teach our kids while they're out of school, including how not to freak out, right? How to filter water, some meals that they can cook. Their daddy's going to take them fishing, I think, this week, and just, some basic life skills. Because if anything, this thing has woken me up to the fact that they don't have enough of that. So we're going to be working on that. So the two messages that came out, this is really interesting. The two messages that came out are about love and not worrying. I have Guinevere. It says true love. Now this a lot of times is about romantic love, but I want to read it to you. It says the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So I think if we replace romantic stirrings with just about anything else, the fear in your heart, the longing in your heart, the loneliness in your heart, the want to help, whatever it is that's in your heart, the universe is going to deliver great love to you. Through us, through this community, through the World Wide Web of light bringers, love is coming to you. Faster than Amazon. It'll be there today. And then the other card is bright future. She actually says, stop worrying. Everything's going to be fine. Okay? These are messages from the other side. I use this deck, if you've had a personal reading with me, then you know. I use this deck to get messages from passed on loved ones. So I did ask my guides and my ancestors, like everybody you could think of, to be present in this reading today. And this is the message that we're getting. Love. Love is on the way. You are loved. You are supported. Look how she's cradling these flowers in the visual. You're being loved and supported and cradled in that way, or you're being called to do that for someone else, or both. And it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. The thing is, no matter what religion you believe, or if you don't believe in religion at all, we all come from a place that is so much more than this, so much better than this existence, that we can't fathom it with our physical minds. Okay? And I read an interesting quote the other day that said, death is like taking off a tight shoe. So even if everything goes all the way down the toilet, we're going to end up in the place that we were created from, which is a place that we're all connected, that it's a place of joy and love like we have never felt. So, and that's a comfort to me. So I hope that's a comfort to you when I think about it, because death and dying used to be a really big trigger for me. So it's a comfort for me to think that, well, you know, even if that happens, I'm going to be reunited with people that I miss, that I love. I'm still going to have all of my loved ones with me. I'll be able to do some cool things I can't currently do, like be in 8 places at once. It'll be fine. It'll be good. It'll be good. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. Like, not by a long shot. I just think we're being tested. We're being called. It's an opportunity. If you have skills, you know, I was thinking the other day, I don't know sign language. I do know the alphabet, the American Sign Language alphabet, because I took a class when I was in like 4th grade. We did these summer camps, and the one that I chose was for sign language. So I can do silly things. I can do bacon in sign language, but I can still do the alphabet, and I can still read it, the alphabet. So I was thinking maybe I could expand on that and learn some signs. Maybe I could, you know, polish up my French. I'm not awesome at French. And learn that. Maybe I could write a book. You know, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity. I love you guys. I love that you're talking to each other. Do you have any questions for the cards? The cards are answering. If somebody just asked the question, this is for you, but the cards are answering, I think, the underlying anxiety, the fact that we don't really know. Here's all you need to know. The sacred geometry card that comes out for this situation and this conversation right now is number 44, universal love. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. That's everything, guys. That is everything. I don't really feel like I need to pull any more cards. That's everything. That's all you need to know. You're so loved. You're so loved. You're protected. You're connected. We're all here. We're all going to be doing this thing together, right? Even if we don't all get together and meditate at the same time, because I understand how difficult that would be, we can all, when we're doing meditation, picture that thing that I talked about, like Cerebro, like Professor X has, where we're all connected by cords of light to all of the other light workers, light leaders, healers, meditators, everybody that wants to and is working to lift humanity at this time. We are all connected. So, you know, if we're meditating and we're imagining ourselves connected to each other, which makes us stronger, right? It makes all of our light stronger, because it makes us a group, a collective, sort of a netting like I talked about. Then we're connected to each other, and I think that we're going to be able to lift humanity. I do think it's possible. If our Care Bear stare is strong enough. When I was a little person, I loved the Care Bears so much, and I remember loving the idea of being able to just shoot love at someone. Do you know what I mean? Like, they just, if you know what I'm talking about, the Care Bears, I know it was a long time ago, it was in the 80s. They used to stand together, and they each have little different pictures on their bellies that stand for who they are. So, like, Secret Bear had a key. One of them had a rainbow. I think Grumpy Bear had, like, a rain. Always grumpy, sorry. Another phone call. I don't have my phone on Do Not Disturb, I'm sorry. Grumpy Bear had, like, a rain cloud because he was grumpy, and the one that cooks food had, like, a food item on his belly. I don't remember all of their names, but they would stand together, and their ultimate weapon. This is why, even as a child, and I talked about this too in the other reading, I don't mean to make this about myself, it's not about myself, but I think some of you will identify with this. I have always felt like I'm not from here. I'm from somewhere else, and I am being here right now. I am living here right now. And so the Care Bears really resonated with me, even as a small child, 5 or 6 years old, because their ultimate weapon. What is the thing they do when they get in trouble? What is the thing they do when they need to rescue someone? What is the thing that they do when they don't know what to do? They do this thing called the Care Bear stare, and so they line up and they hold hands. So they're connected to each other, so their power is exponentially stronger. I'm going to get emotional about the Care Bears, guys. and they send out this loving, healing vibration at the situation, at the person harming them, at whatever it is. And that was always the solution for them. It was always the greatest. It was the moment that you waited for. If you watched the Care Bears, that was the moment in the show that you waited the whole time to see, was when they did the Care Bear stare, because that was their ultimate show of love. It was their ultimate show of support for each other. It was a show of strength. It was how they fought their battles. It was the most amazing thing. So that's why that visual, it's still a powerful visual for me, and it's what comes to mind when I talk about this thing that we're in right now, because we have an opportunity to link hands and Care Bear stare and respond with love and be love. And I think that we are going to be shocked, even ourselves who know about these things. I think that we will be shocked at the results at the end of this thing, however long it lasts, however many weeks this lasts. I think that we will be shocked and proud and joyful to see what happens when we have all connected and all meditated and all shared our light and love with each other and with the planet. So I'm very excited. My Little Pony is similar. Oh, cute. Yeah, no, I never watched My Little Pony. I did have some, but I never watched that show. I love you guys. I love you for being here. Again, the messages that we got are kind of, they just go with everything we've been talking about. And if you can see that one, the Metal King, right? Armor, protection, but this also feels to me like protecting others, like we're part of the Royal Guard, kind of. The Wise Woman of Wonderland. Yeah, I'm a little kooky. I'm a little kooky, but it's because I'm magical, right? And the Hawk Prince, that really reverent spiritual connection. I love the look on his face, okay? Knowing that you have a mission, knowing that you are powerful, knowing that you are supported. Then we have love and bright future. You are loved and it's all going to be okay. And then again, in case you didn't hear it the first time, universal love, which talks about our connection to the universe, our connection to each other, our connection to the planet. Love, love, love. I'm going to leave it there. My phone battery is dying. I'm going to get on later if I can. Like most of the country, or all of the country now, or all of the world now, I'm homeschooling my children. So my kid is out having PE right now, with my husband, so that I could get on and do this live. So once we get all the schoolwork done, and we're also trying to do art and music and stuff, once that's done today, I will hop back on. So it might be this evening for me, and I don't know what time it'll be for you guys. I will try to give a heads up. I'm so sorry I didn't this time. I'm trying to get better at that stuff. But email me if you need me, if you have questions. I am going to upload a meditation today. Also, I hope it's about halfway written. It'll be on my other channel, but I will link it everywhere. Follow me on Instagram. Find me wherever you want to find me. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. Where else am I? I'm on YouTube. And I'm an email. So reach out if you need me, if you need us, if you have questions, if you have concerns, if you want to connect with each other, send me some, comment down below how we could possibly do that. If somebody wants to create a Facebook group, I don't think moderate one more thing, but if somebody else wants to do that so that everybody that's here can come together and talk, that would be awesome. Or if you have better suggestions than me, that's also awesome. And I will be linking things like the museums that are doing things for free and the astronauts reading from space. I'm going to try to get all that up today. So I have a busy day ahead, but it's all for you guys, and I'm excited to do it. And I love being busy because then I'm not like stuck in my head about everything else, right? I'm sending you so much love. Every time I think about you guys, I surround you with light. Sincerely, sincerely. Love you so much. Please love each other. Be good to each other. This is an opportunity for us. This is our time, guys. So let's shine. Let's do it well. I will talk to you guys later, okay? Bye-bye.